One of the questions I get often is, Tom, what does the workout actually look like? So I decided to start with shoulders. I'm going to tell you straight up, my shoulders were never big. They were always narrow. That's just genetics. That's all you can do when you have shitty genetics. You do the best that you can. And in this case, my strategy for life has been focus on all heads of the deltoid, maximize all heads of the deltoid to get this rounded effect. My routine is very straightforward. It's very simple. I've got a push routine on Mondays and Fridays, and then on opposite weeks it's on a Wednesday. So I hit the push movements 3 times every 14 days, and part of that push movement for shoulders is I do a side lateral raise and I do a shoulder press, and that's it. And then in the pull movements, what I do is I do rear delts and I do trap shrugs. That's it. So you're looking at 4 exercises over the course of a week, over the course of the 2-week cycle. It's 8 exercises. I don't do rest pauses. I don't do force reps. I don't do drop sets, none of that. Do I like those things? Absolutely. I found that I've made progress just going till failure. And what I do is I just stay consistent with everything. I stay consistent with my sleep. I stay consistent with my vitamin D. I stay consistent with my stress levels. I eat properly, get my protein in. And by doing that, I found that I've made progress, and I find that I don't make massive inroads into my recovery. As long as I keep numbers increasing for the better, I'm going to keep exactly with this routine. Let's delve into the mechanics of some of the exercises I do. It's super simple, and what I recommend you do is comment, critique, offer your advice. Tell me what you do in the gym. And I think our community is really good in that we share our information, we share other ideas. Somebody mentioned a question to me and I'm like, shit, man, I got to try that. That's a really good suggestion. So I value your feedback. I try to answer every single person. And the whole point of it is we're watching each other's backs.
This is one of my favorite exercises for shoulders. It's a side lateral raise. You notice it's a 4 count up, 4 count down. I try to keep it slow. I try to keep it controlled. I try to keep the form intact. And I really focus on time under tension. I don't rest at the bottom. What happens right after this though is I adjust the weight accordingly, and then I go right into a superset for shoulder press, as you'll see in the next exercise. Now here's the movement for the second exercise, the superset. It's shoulder press. I don't know what the weight is here, but I usually use 45 pounds for the shoulder press, and I usually get about 7 or 8 reps until failure. You'll notice here, this is a lot lighter. I'm not gonna do any more sets than I need to, so sorry guys, this is just a demo here. Bent laterals on pull day, right after pull-ups, right after rows. Also on pull day, I want to focus on my traps, get a big, strong, thick neck. Great to prevent myself getting choked in jiu-jitsu, and I usually go to failure on this one too.
My take right now is just stay consistent, see those incremental changes, increase by just a little bit each time once you get past your desired reps. So let's say for shoulders, it's once I get past 10, I'm going to increase the weight ever so slightly. And that incremental focus is probably key, along with everything else balanced, like your food, your sleep, your protein, your calories. Now, for those of you who are saying, Tom, I don't think you train hard enough, I think you should be incorporating drop sets, and well, maybe, but at this age, I'm almost 52 years old. I take jiu-jitsu a couple times a week. It's damaging to the body. Like right now, I think I've pulled something in my chest, in the intercostal muscles, and I'm feeling it. So doing bench press today didn't quite go so well. Well, I actually did. My numbers went up 1 rep, just as I always seek out. But I will tell you this, I got to be wary of the other activities I have, and it's a balance. I do have a life outside of this. I love other hobbies. If it was just about bodybuilding, then yeah, maybe I'd push it. If I were to go all out with drop sets, forced reps, rest pause on my shoulders, chest, back, there's consequences to that. So when I go into my jiu-jitsu classes and I'm rolling with some of the higher belts, basically I'm at a diminished capacity. I'm gonna get choked out, I'm gonna get armbarred, and I'll tell you right now, it's survival for me against a purple belt. So I kind of have to balance my life. Weight training isn't the be all end all. So what I wanna do is I wanna maximize my results with the minimal amount of effort And I want to do it smartly. I want to preserve my body. I want to keep it healthy, and I want to be functional for other things like the jiu-jitsu or cycling or swimming. I don't want to consider myself to be a one-dimensional person, and I don't think you should either. Unless it's your passion, you want to win a Mr. Natural Olympia, that's a different story. And even then, I think you need to live a balanced life. Well, that's a wrap for Shoulders, guys. Thank you so much for joining my channel and being a part of it and offering your feedback and your comments. Let's kick ass together. And until next time, I have no idea what I'm going to cover next, but it's going to be something good, something valuable, and then we'll go from there. Have a good day, guys.